And who are you that would dare enter my courts unannounced? Let's hope your manners are as shiny as your sword. For you gaze upon the Shadow Queen, and I do not know what trickery has guided you here. But if you have come to stop me, your efforts are futile. I will take what is rightfully mine, and those who would stand in my way will find there are far worse things than death. But do not fret, my noble wanderer, for I am a gracious host. So stay, but do not stray far from my courts, for I may have use for you yet. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second season of Courts of the Shadow Fae. I'm Little Red Dot, back here and dressed as the Queen of Night and Magic. We'll find out more about that here in just a second, but none of this is made possible without the incredibly talented and awesome cast that are these other people on the screen with me. So we're going to just kick off by letting these folks introduce themselves. They can give you a quick rundown of their characters, especially if you're new to the channel or you're just tuning in for the first time. But don't fret, we're going to have a nice recap. We'll get you caught up. You won't miss any of the drama that is bound to ensue. So you know what? We're going to go backwards, which means that Eugenio, you're up.
Oh, how exciting. I even remembered to unmute.
Oh, wow. We're killing it today.
I know, right? Killing it. The bar is low. Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hens, and I am so excited to be back playing Vannon Kalen Shalos, the high elf, shadow elf wannabe a little bit, cleric of the Queen of Night and Magic / wizard of the School of High Elven Ritual Magic. And I'm glad we're having a recap because I need it too.
Nice. Yeah. That brings it to Fox.
Hello, everybody. I am Rocket Fox. Yeah, I am so thrilled and honored to be back amongst such amazing and incredible and talented people. As per this fine evening, I am going to be Seraphim Thimbleweed, your all-seed, four-legged, two-armed, that sounds horrifying when put that way. Think centaur, but deer-like in all the places where a horse would normally be, and person-like in all the places where a person would normally be. Druid with the circle of the shepherd, and apparently really likes to set fires to people's houses whom she does not like.
Apparently.
Yeah. She has not settled into court in the same way that some of these other beautiful faces have, but she did unleash a lot of rabid squirrels. So
it's true. It's true. They now have a squirrel problem in the Queen's Palace. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. How dare I?
I got you.
All right, Myth, you are up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mythomatic. I am playing Theoden Selvir. He is a Shadow Fae glamour bard and weaver of shadow. He has been stuck in probably a love triangle for the past couple of months, or since we last left, between a bunch of people in the court, and it's been hilarious. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be and what's going to go on there. But I'm excited to play.
Is anyone dead though?
So,
Maybe.
They're at the end, maybe.
It was a square, and now it's a triangle.
Wait, I'm confused now.
Oh,
I don't even remember. Recaps are nice.
Yeah, we will definitely recap. There was definitely some triangle action. There might have been some square action, but first, Sephi. That seems like a good segue. Tell us.
A lot of dancing happening.
Yeah, a lot of dancing.
Hello, I'm Sephi, aka Persephorath. I am playing Lark Grail of the House of Whispers, the resident problem child and talk of gossip at the Shadow Court. I'm an Oray nymph, sort of like an expat, family expat from the Feywild, native to the Shadow Court now. Problem child.
Yeah, you all might have proved to be problem children in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Well, I'm Dot. I'll be your GM for the run of the rest of this campaign. This is an original campaign by Kobold Press. You can get your hands on Courts of the Shadowfire by visiting our website if you would like to run your players through it. Now, last season, without going into too much detail, it did not actually start in the Shadow Realm. It started inside of the city of Zobeck, where this crew was called in because there had been a murder. One of the priests had been murdered in town, and it is rumored and pretty clear, actually, when they arrived, that the Shadow Fae were coming out of the Shadow Realm and into Zobeck, and they were causing quite a stink. Come to find out, the Queen of Night and Magic is cashing in on a deal she made hundreds of years ago, and she's ready to take her land back. Through some solid knowledge rolls and a little bit of investigating around the city, they were able to piece together the ritual needed to enter the Shadow Realm, to actually find one of the Shadow Roads, and it led them to the Queen's Court. But the Shadow Realm is not like our realm. It's kind of a negative version of it. The water runs black. The roads are charcoaly and filled with ash and dry dirt. The fruit crumbles in your hands, and it now has a rabid squirrel problem, thanks to Seraphim. But arriving at the palace, it seemed that they were not quite high status enough to actually meet with the queen. They made their way around court, they attended some things, they caused some drama. There was some old love for rivalries that happened, if I remember correctly, between Lark and one of the major players under the queen's court. But it was
son, if I remember correctly.
Her son. It's her son, yeah. And as if it's not enough, another member of the party wooed or seemed to have taken interest to her other child, her daughter, as well. Theoden seemed to catch her eye, but Theoden was also caught the eye of the number one courtesan in the court. That being said, the Queen of Night and Magic, after all of you met with the Roach King, I don't know if you remember that, decided to give you a chance.
At least the smell.
Yes, at least the smell. Yes, it was a very smelly experience in the sewers. But you did, as you were asked, and proved yourself in certain ways. So instead of giving you full right of time with her, she instead dropped you in a very specific location, just outside her courts, to a second tower you saw actually coming into this area, one that glowed, remember, of gold and light, but much farther off in the distance. And all of your feet pick up right here at the entrance of this labyrinth. And it is here, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on because I can't read my notes. It is here that you were left at the end of season 1. And you stare into what is not a green or lush labyrinth. It's made of stone and bone and leftover rotted plant and vines with prickers all over them. But your bodies are not able to move quite yet. You stand at this looming maze, and a fluid voice echoes from all around you and fills the group's head. The Queen of Night and Magic addresses you for the last time before you set out on the adventure she left you with.
You chose to enter the presence of Her Celestial and Royal Majesty Sarastra Astrum, Queen of Night and Magic, Duchess of the Heavens, Countess of Thorns, Mistress of Air and Darkness, and Lady of the Summer Palace, Bride of Shadows. But you did not quite attend me well. Nonetheless, I still have a task for you. You have cut quite a swath through my court in a short amount of time. The Lantern Dragonettes have been full of stories about you, as has my daughter. Nonetheless, I find your gusto in mortal ways charming. I truly do. You have made clear your requests for me to give up my claim to the free city of Zobeck, which I will only do under certain conditions. I want the Moonlit King's reign to come to an end. You will enter this spiral maze, fetch a mark of the King's rule known as the Orb of Rule, and you will return it to me. For this, I agree not to send an emissary back to Zobeck for, say, 100 years, and you shall leave my kingdom without harm or hindrance. But fail me, and I will send a Stallhalter to Zobeck to root out disloyalty until there is nothing left of that city. But heed me well, for I shall say this but only once. Do not attend the king too closely, for his presence is dangerous, and he draws his strength and his celestial voice from the moonlight. For all of you, it is good to know that I am a much fairer ruler than he. So take with you my strength, wisdom, magic, and perseverance. You will need it in the face of the king and his tricky labyrinth. In addition, I gift you the dagger of my courts, powerful and necessary. May your wits guide you as to when to use it.
Her voice fades back into night. You stand under the moon. And you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll pick somebody. Who does she give the dagger to? Oh, on my screen, she gives it to Lark.
Me.
Lark, at your side appears this dagger. It is sheathed in a charcoal gray scabbard engraved with the Queen's owl emblem, and you can see that it has jewels around the hilt. It's an extremely well-made piece. It is night, so I would say that is shadow, and you can see that the double-edged blade reveals kind of engraved blood-red fey runes in kind of the darkness here. But you have all been gifted a chance to level up to level 12. The Queen does not want you to fail in this regard. I know, gasp. I know.
She has a very wry sense of humor, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I guess this means I should take at least a couple levels in clerics if she could
Yeah.
gift that to me.
Yeah,
All right.
That would be offensive if you didn't.
Right? I
I'm
think I'll
gonna go
just
fighter.
study. It's fine.
Well, you all stand, your bodies have kind of come back to you, but you have this feeling of new knowledge, new abilities, new spells that you didn't even know you had in your repertoire. But here you are.
Is anyone else feeling a little weird up in the head?
Yes.
It's her.
I'm calling this dagger divorce.
She
Yes,
gave you
dude.
the dagger.
It
I
appears
thought
so.
I had the dagger.
Do you think
one
that
that-
I know the whims and wishes of the Queen of the Shadow Court?
No, but I mean, I'm literally the one that worships her.
And she worships me, so
I feel like
Theoden,
it's not. Look, I think you're probably very capable with it, Lark. Don't
I'm
misunderstand.
remembering certain things. Theoden,
yes.
perhaps, while we're on this mission, you keep close to heart your affection for the Queen, and not on your lips.
Oh, very well. I will.
As a precaution,
Oh, yes, thank you.
I doubt the Shadow King is going to want to hear about his wife's extracurricular activities.
Yeah, he'll have your head.
Yes, that is true. I will try my best, but the curse of confidence does run deep. So I will. do what I
Confident you
can.
may be, but make sure that you keep the name of the Queen off your lips.
Yes, but I will keep her in my mind and in my pages.
Well, maybe keep your pages in your pants, where the things should be kept while we're here
Very well.
in the shadow realm.
Not exposed
pockets.
himself to us yet.
Hmm.
Did you say deep pockets, Lark?
I said nothing of the sort.
Oh. Should we proceed?
Please.
Let's get this over with.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So some general information about the labyrinth. The walls are about 10 foot high. They do, as somebody with new knowledge, you would imagine that they are going to be rough condition to try to climb. These are not, like I said, like lush green plants. All around you is the rest of her private forest. So this is an isolated, kind of cutaway piece of the land where this and the tower has been left. From this angle, you
make a joke about private forests.
I mean,
Is this the time I do it?
this is no time like the present.
Wonderful.
And there's like a very direct entrance into this spiral maze. Behind you can see is her like fortress, the courts that you've actually properly left. But there seems to be no direct link to here. So she did teleport you in some way, or the entrance seems to be of unnatural cause.
This is quite fascinating. Looks like we move forward.
Seems the only way to go, I guess.
We should be so lucky to remain with just one path ahead of us.
Yes, it seems easy so far. But...
As
You
I
know,
imagine,
the first 4 steps are not terribly difficult.
and I was right.
Ah,
did I
hell, there's
say?
a 4.
Delusion springs eternal.
Oh, it's good we can be so lighthearted before we head into the
I
realm
think
of
so.
Gallows
such
humor,
danger.
of course.
Mm.
Trauma is best served with humor, I think.
at that, the crunching of feet. And as you step forward, the vines, in certain ways, these dead vines kind of open in part to make room for all of you to enter side by side. Bright lights flicker in some sort of clearing just ahead of you as you enter. Dozens of small lantern dragonettes, which you have seen before. They were all over her courts. Remember, they were in the ceilings, like watching you. They seem to be warming themselves around a huge brass brazier. Would anyone like to do anything? It's very evident and very clear right in front of you.
Can I roll
And-
insight?
Oh, yes, of course.
I was gonna say, have they seemed to have noticed us? No.
Seems too cute to be.
They don't seem very much interested in you. They're kind of resting and nesting together around this brazier.
But they do seem to be aware of us. Or shall we let Lark?
I would say, yeah, like one of them. That's what I say. Yeah, one of them might look at you, but they don't seem interested in you. But let's definitely get the
Okay.
insight. A 15.
15, yeah.
15. You recognize that they are not, for whatever reason, interested in you, which seems a little odd. As a Shadow Fae or someone of this realm, you also know that this is a place filled with trickery and illusion. And usually lights are used to lure things in.
Oh, so with my level up, I believe that, oh, where is it? Where's the illusion thing? Oh my God, there's so much stuff now.
Yeah. Way to make it hard, Dot. I know, sorry.
Okay. So I have advantage on, it's saving throws.
Okay, it's a saving throw.
Yeah.
In this case, no, but you are very you're very much aware that like as a Shadow Fae, you also know that when there is bright light in the shadow realm, it creates shadow, and from shadow is where the scary things emerge.
Can I reach into my bag and pull out dust?
Sure.
Dust! It's time to get up. I sort of tap on the bottle.
Yes.
right.
Our dear friend
Alright.
Dust. Yes. Oh, you know what? If I remember correctly.
Hello.
Nice.
Dear
He
friend.
taps on the glass again, kind of back at you, and he looks through just like a misty ball in there, but you might see the passing of his face or his eyes.
2 questions. First, do you know anything of the illusions in this area?
Illusion. No. Yes. Be careful of the shadow. It does not match the fire.
I see. Second, would your body happen to be on this path at all?
No. My body has long been lost.
Well, if we are to help you with your search for peace, there must be something tying you to this realm.
Yes, maybe it is lost here in the labyrinth. You're not lost, are you?
Not yet.
Tread lightly in the light in this place. The shadows. They are not just shadows.
Are they ever, though? I'll return Dust to my hip. Dust says hello. Also, shadows are weird and don't match the fire.
Oh.
I never get
Very-
to hang out with Dust.
Buried the lead a bit, didn't he?
Polite, though.
I'm not sure how helpful this will actually be, but hearing that reminder of how strange things can be, I'm gonna grab just a little bit of shadow from nearby and pass it across my eyes and cast See Invisibility just
Okay.
for the next hour,
Nice.
just in case.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me double check. I don't think that they.
No, I did, and that description from Dust, I don't think now's the
Yeah,
place, but
they're
I should
not
do it now
technically.
anyway.
But what I can do, or what I will do, is anybody that wants to make, now that you know what you're looking for, can make a perception check, or I'll take your passive perception if you feel like it's very high. I'm gonna make a roll here. You need to beat a 20.
All right, I'm gonna try. For what it's
No
worth,
way.
apparently the spell also lets me see 10 feet into the ethereal plane.
Oh, interesting. Oh, nice. Meet it'll beat it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
On me.
you are definitely getting, I would say then if it lets you see into the ethereal plane, you're getting kind of getting the antithesis of that, like the empty space of what the ethereal plane would give off. So you're getting
Cool.
yeah, so it's a little like it's like looking at a negative, if that makes sense.
Cool.
But
A negative of a negative.
a negative of a
It's the
negative. Yeah, it's
shadow,
very
so-
weird. So you get and another one, Seraphim and Theoden. As soon as the shadows are called out, your eyes kind of spot that what Lark said is true. That there is a mismatch between the fire moving and the shadows. And the longer that you look, especially with a 20 and a 24, the more their form becomes clear. There's a series of beasts. Kind of claw-like in nature, standing upright. They have almost strange like tusks that come out of their undead-like skulls, and they're lurking in the shadows.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but I'm seeing a little, something not quite.
Also seeing something not
welcoming.
welcoming.
It's not great.
It isn't.
No.
That feels vague, and considering where we are, could you describe them?
Large teeth,
Yeah.
Lightness face.
Have you
Oh.
ever seen yeah, let's so you know what a dead body looks like, yeah? Where
Sure.
all the ribs are coming out and there's, but if you mix that with like the horns of a bull, but it's coming out of its face,
Oh,
something
sure.
like that.
It's not good, right?
Yeah, it's not great.
Large
Yeah,
cloak.
you said that. Yeah, I should just have
Negative
gone
shadow
with that.
energy, yes.
I don't
I think we should either just be very careful, or do
Where,
they seem, does it seem like they've noticed us? These.
they
things?
they don't seem to be coming over here, so I mean that seems like a positive
Okay.
off the bat.
God, I wish I remembered how to play this character.
Well, I have an idea. I have an idea, though. I have an
It's
idea.
one of us, yes.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is good. Quick question for our beloved GM though. So something that I want to do real quick before I do something else. One of the spells that I took that I want to cast is where'd it go? It's Fey Hound, summon a Fey
Oh.
Hound,
Ooh.
Okay, this will
which-
be interesting.
which I
Oh.
want to do.
Oh.
And I was curious, or conjure Fey Hound. And I was curious. This is just a story question for my own amusement. You remember how we made friends with that one hound that one
That's
time.
right.
Houndmaster?
Yeah,
the
I
river.
do. I do.
I just thought that I was curious because it would.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Wouldn't it be cool if that's the one you summon? Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah.
Wouldn't that be neat? That'll impact what I ask it to do or how I interact with it.
Oh, I see. Okay. I would say, you know what? I'll give it to you. Why the heck not? Rule of
You're
cool.
the best.
You did technically befriend a hound, so yeah, totally. How do you call it? How do you call it from wherever it is?
Let's see. Let me open this up.
Because this is actually not really a conjuration. It's like a calling, if that makes sense. Like calling in a creature that exists in reality.
Yes. So, it is.
Appears in occupied space. The hound disappears when it drops. The summoned hound is friendly to you and your companions. That's it. I mean, you basically just summon it. So what does it look like as you summon this creature?
So Seraphim's gonna, for what I mean, even though the fire and the hidden shadows aren't really paying attention, Seraphim's gonna kind of maneuver between all of the buddies and get all of her legs so she's facing away from everyone, the people behind, and just starts kind of whispering very quietly, doing a thing, and then gets the front hooves down and then starts, come here, come on, come here. And then just a black smoke kind of materializes. And then the hound just kind of trots out from this black, murky, like if you dropped ink in some water, it would look like that, but the hound comes out of it.
Sweet. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and it does. It begins to like swirl out of the ground and kind of manifest in front of you. I wouldn't say it's friendly to you, though it does not look friendly by any general sense of the term. It's kind of big and kind of dark and muscular. It is a proper hound, and it's kind of and foaming at the mouth, waiting for you to give it bidding.
Oh, there's my. Oh, look at that face. And for a bit, Seraphim's gonna be like mushing its face.
A face that only Seraphim could love.
Boy. So,
Okay, it looks friendly.
and Seraphim also does have speak with animals.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll give you that to you. Okay, you're
so
gonna speak to him.
Yep.
All right.
Be like,
Who's a good boy?
Me.
yeah. So, hey, boy. So, I've got a question for you. So,
Yeah.
You remember back home with all the royal jerks, yeah?
Yeah. Royal jerks. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you remember the king, the biggest jerk of all? Yeah, he's awful. We hate that one. Anyway, we're trying to find him, and you have a really good nose, yeah? So we're gonna try and get through all this.
Yeah. Sniff and find the king.
Yeah, that's right. And I just want you to know, so we're gonna try and get past all this, because there's something weird going on here. But I just want you to know, if you see anything weird, I want you to smell everyone here, because you're gonna see something in a second that's gonna be real weird. It's okay. I don't want you to be alarmed by it.
And again, as it begins sniffing around, and then he gets about 10 feet from where you're standing, and does that like pose point where it looks in that direction, and the fur prickles on the back of his neck, and he gives out like a low like ground. He goes, row, don't go that way,
All right, everyone, we shouldn't go that way. All right. So,
it's a trap.
It's a trap.
And then
Right more.
the one other thing and last thing that Seraphim is going to do right now. I hope everyone is okay with this.
Perfect. I like this. Go
I don't
on.
like how the way this is going.
Oh no.
She's going to cast Potency of the Pack.
Okay. Enlighten everybody at home as to what Potency of the Pack does.
You bestow lupine traits on a group of living creatures.
Oh.
All targets receive the same effect. Thick fur, targets sprout fur over their entire bodies, raising their armor class by 2 points, keen hearing and smell. They have advantage on wisdom, checks that rely on hearing or smell, pack tactics. They have essentially they turn into wolf dogs.
Yeah,
Great.
they're like wolf people.
So I'll give anybody that is willing and would like to turn into a wolf dog absolutely can, thanks to Seraphim.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sounds awesome.
I imagine we see this
Sure.
ridiculous, ridiculous scene, and you're still humanoid to some degree. You know, I imagine you're not
Right.
running on all fours, but you're still wearing your gear and your beautiful armor and your weapons, and you're carrying your
Right.
instruments, but you're furry around the tufts and the knuckles. You know,
You're the main now.
in all the right ways.
And whenever it happens and whenever it finishes, Seraphim is going to be like, oh, because Seraphim takes it on too and be like, oh, you know, I really thought that would turn us more, and I thought we'd be able to sneak by like a pack of dogs.
I'll just look.
Oh,
Why is my tongue falling out of my mouth?
I thought, you know,
What did you do, Seraphim?
A lot of more
No,
smells.
this will be
now.
fine. This will be fine. We can go back.
What are all these smells?
This will be fine. Anyway, follow the boy.
Yeah, once you howl, the hound howls. It's like a
When I
reaction.
start howling. What's going on? What is
No,
happening?
just follow. Anyway, he knows where the king is, so we'll be able to get through the. And this is a good idea. This is a really good idea. Anyway,
Yeah, good idea. This way.
this is a great idea. Anyways, going that way. I think we should. I'm going to follow him now.
I rolled to resist smelling anyone's butt.
Oh,
Great,
I've
done.
been chasing my tail since we changed.
I have not been resisting. I know you lost. Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
Yes, it's a very cordial moment before your hound friend kind of takes off in another direction and kind of hangs a left and
We chase him?
yeah, I imagine as a group
Yeah.
as you round the
going.
corner.
We're not dogs. We're just hairy people. But
Let
this
us
is
have our
great.
fun.
No, that's why I think it's so much more fun. Clearly, we're
So
just
good.
like leaning in, and I'm all about
So good.
it. Yeah.
So you kind of round a corner and you're following this maze and you're hot on the heels of this pack leader, I guess you could say, for the time being. And as you loop hard left and you can see the dim light of the brazier,
Looping hard left.
yeah, loop a hard left. The dim light of the brazier is kind of far in the distance now. But this hound comes to a resounding like halt. Like if there were sound effects, it'd be like as it like stops. Directly in front of it is a figure you have all seen before. Oh yes, the demon lord.
Oh no!
Arr.
Look who's back. I mean,
He has very little to say to all of you, but he does stand next to, I guess, one of his roachy goblin assistants. And he speaks.
I see you have more fur than the last time. Good dogs.
Yes?
You're trying a new fashion statement. Arr.
I see you accomplished getting to the Queen of Night and Magic. She has sent you on the way to kill the king.
that was her task.
Mhm.
That was her task. I don't.
Maybe.
I'm a dog.
You're all Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Remember,
I'm Sean Connery. Just if we're going there.
We're making dog voices.
Was not ready. I wasn't
Very
prepared.
Sean Connery.
I thought I was.
Oh
That's wrong.
gosh. And he says to all of you,
do not forget our deal.
Couldn't if we wanted to.
What if we did?
You know, I'm actually kind of with Theoden. What if we did?
The orb, you fools. I want it.
Ball?
No.
Get the ball.
Ooh.
No, you say.
No.
Why the change of heart? You all didn't like her course.
Because you've played your part and you've done your work, and now I'm done with you.
okay.
I'm gonna run up and slash him.
Oh, Okay, you're actually gonna fight him. Oh, this is.
Oh yeah, we're fine. I'm done with this.
Those
You're
extra
done.
rolls went straight to Lark's head.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, y'all
Dog.
look like werewolves. This is a bitchin' fight. Okay.
What does
Oh
this
my
do to
God.
us? What does this do for us?
Well, we also
The
so we
pact.
have so there's
Do we have pack tactics?
yeah, 2
So-
extra armor points.
So your AC goes up by what, 2?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
advantage on wisdom, perception, pack tactics,
That means we get
advantage on attack rolls.
Nice.
At least one of attacker's allies, also under the same effects of the spell, is within 5 feet of the creature, and the ally isn't incapacitated.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Lark has very pretty white fur, I've decided.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Mine's gonna be covered in blood. So.
Wait, do I have 2 attacks now? Does Hexblade get 2 attacks?
Yes.
I believe so at a certain level, which you might have actually
Uh,
reached now.
Yeah.
What pact
Advantage.
are you?
Hexblade.
Okay.
Chain or blade or
Yeah, it's blade.
then yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna attack twice then. All right. Roll to hit.
Hey, that will hit. We'll call this a surprise attack for sure, but that does hit his natural armor.
Surprised.
Yes.
What did I roll naturally though? Because I crit on a 19. I didn't get a 19. Let's
Yeah.
see.
No, you got a 24, 16, and you will do it with
Can I
advantage. so-
retroactively Hexblade curse him?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Cool. I'd like to do that.
I mean, you kind of did anyways. You were like, shut your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, both of those I think might hit.
Oh, yeah, totally. Both of those hit.
Okay, let's
relief.
roll damage.
Okay.
And Lark whips out her hand, and this filigree shining rapier comes out. And
Huh!
There's a crit.
that can't be damage.
No,
No.
hit the rapier in chat. Though that's a great roll.
Oh, right, that's right.
Yep.
Sorry. There we go.
There goes that crit.
Yes.
There'll be more.
Okay.
Still a lot.
There will
Yeah, it
be
is. So
Woo!
wow, 26 and a 6 makes a 32, and a 5 makes a 37. Hot damn. Talk about this surprise slice.
Also,
stronger now.
it probably matters, but those are magic attacks because of my improved
Oh,
attack weapon.
let me double check. It actually might for him. Yeah. Yes, he does have advantage on saving throws, but this was not a saving throw, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're good. Yeah, you're good.
Yes.
Woof. Ugh. All right. Tell us what it looks like as you slash him.
So the rapier sort of flits into existence with this shimmer of light, and there's this ring of steel, almost like the blade is singing, as it carves across his hideous face and leaves threads of light in its wake, and then she cross slashes again across his face.
Nice. He kind of screams out into the
I've
night.
made a marked improvement on your face.
You will pay for that!
Try me.
We will go into initiative, everybody. So roll it up.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
right.
He rolled a 10, not terribly great.
Initiative, and a 9. Okay, great.
Okay. You probably. I'll give it to. All right, we're gonna give it to Lark in that regard. Who am I missing? Just
Me,
Seraphim.
I'm so lost. Where?
It should be
top
at the
middle.
top middle, and then make sure
Oh, there it- I
you
see
roll
it.
for your dog. I may have to pull
My
the hound
God.
sheet. So many 10s.
3 tens.
So many 10s.
Didn't want to go first. That's okay.
That's okay. How about this? We will. I'll let y'all choose who goes between Seraphim and Lark. Just in if somebody wants to do something to back another person up. But it looks like our order is going to be Vannon.
Yeah.
And then whoever we would like, whether it's Lark or Seraphim.
I think you have more support stuff if you want to do supports. It depends on what you want to do, Seraphim. I'm willing to go second.
Sure.
Okay, Seraphim it is. Lark. Got that amazing. And then it's the Demon Lord. And then it's our dear Theoden.
That's me. What a great beginning of a season 2.
I've wanted to kill this man thing.
I know,
since
you hate him so much.
He's so gross.
And I genuinely, I'm
do.
telling you, the campaign actually requires him to reappear at this moment when you pass this first trap. And I was like, they are going to be so mad. He's back. They thought they left him far, far behind, and in fact,
About to leave his corpse far, far behind.
Remember, I will be back. I'm a cockroach. Okay.
Yeah.
all right. Well, this is going to be a hot mess. Okay, well, let's kick it off. Vannon, you see Lark run forward and make this kind of surprise slashing attack, which upsets the Demon Lord a lot.
Yeah, I bet it does. I will. So part of the that information dump that we got from the Queen, there is this odd little nugget of it that Vannon has sort of been poking at this whole time, because it's darkness, but it's something even more. And so in this moment, we are fighting the Lord of Cockroaches, and I think Vannon's like, well, she gave it to me. It's probably fine. And I am going to cast the Void Light spell.
Oh, okay. Tell us about Void Light. That's cool.
Yeah, so I reach for the darkest bit of darkness in the shadows nearby.
Okay.
And I sort of reach through them and pull something even darker than that darkness through. And it has this sort of oily smell to it as I throw it in sort of this orb that seems to eat whatever little light is around it at the cockroach lord.
Okay.
Like
let's go for it.
What is this void?
Great.
Bolt?
This is Void Light.
Void Light.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is, what's my modifier? This is a wizard spell, so it's the better one. Oh, that'll be a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so my favorite thing about this spell that I think is very cool is any 8s that you roll on damage explode.
Oh,
so
and
far
little
it's
exploding
13,
dice. Nice.
but one of them is an 8, so we're gonna roll another d8 and add
Nice.
to it. That's a 7, so
so
20,
20
total, whatever the hell kind of damage this is. Probably
Okay.
necrotic.
I would think so. It seems about right. Minus another 20.
Oh no, actually, confusingly, because the void is a confusing place, and one of my favorite things about Midgard, it's actually radiant damage.
Oh right, because it's a light spell. He then kind of hisses, and shrinks back and screeches a little bit.
And I think
doesn't like
I immediately turn to Lark and Theoden, who I now know are a little more familiar with the shadow, and I just that was not darkness. What did she give me?
That was cool.
Doesn't matter as long as it helps.
Well, it did.
it seemed like King Bug didn't like it.
Remember, the
then.
moon is part of the night too, as are the stars.
Oh, I like that. All right.
It's about this time, as you cast this light, he kind of hisses. He turns to the small kind of cockroach goblin creature that he came with, his servant, and he says,
Run! Back to the swarms! Tell them of this degeneracy!
Uh-oh.
The little guy begins to kind of skitter off. But it does, in fact, make it Seraphim's turn. Nicely done, Vannon.
When you say skitter off, like away out of the scene, skitter off?
He's going to skitter. He turns to skitter. He can't do it till Demon Lord's turn. I was going to call him Bug Lord, but
Turns to skitter, you
he turns
say?
to skitter, but he hasn't made it yet.
Skitter. All right, cool.
Well, as it happens, I would like to cast Giant Insect. It seems like the perfect time for
Okay.
this.
The irony.
So I can turn up to 10 centipedes, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion within range
Okay.
to a giant version of themselves
Yeah, you,
that
okay.
follow my every command.
Okay. You look around. I'm gonna have, this will be interesting. I'm gonna have you make a nature check or a survival check to find a critter.
There's one.
There.
What if you just picked that one?
Made him giant.
Let's see.
Which one's better for you as the druid?
Which one? What am I looking? Nature or survival?
Nature or survival, yeah.
Oh, survival by far.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, a 20. Great. I would say probably you look around and you find, I'm trying to think of all of those, a scorpion. He's kind of hiding in the bristle thicket nearby. It actually kind of like stings at you as you come close, but you are able to kind of scoop it up and make it big.
Whilst everyone is over here fighting, Seraphim's like looking under leaves, looking at some stuff just near the ground, then
Gotta
just
be something nearby. What is going on?
Here we go, and kind of picks it up by the loopy part of the tail, and then kind of puts it on her hand and like blows it off her hand, and as it like blows through the air, just like whoosh, gets real big and lands on the ground in front of her as a real
It says giant, doesn't it? What does the spell say?
Yeah, just says giant. Just
Great.
giant.
Okay,
Giant.
if you check the roll 20 at the very top, I've added a giant scorpion sheet for you.
Yay.
So you can actually roll for now your giant scorpion. It'll go on your turn, just like this. So you cast it out. The scorpion's going to get a turn. So just as you hear the demon lord kind of roar out the command to his little lackey here, and he goes to turn to run, this big scorpion, or you toss it and the scorpion like bloop, 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 gets big middle air and lands right in front of the demon lord. And we'll get to take a turn.
Let's see.
you find it?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. I do not see it.
Oh, wait, I bet I have to make it available to you. Un mas.
Yes. Yeah. Scorpion King versus King Roach.
Yes, let me. Oh, no. That's not what I want. You should now be able to see the giant scorpion. Give that a try.
I saw something just happen.
Oop. Scroll to the top.
Oh, there's my big horrifying baby.
There you go.
Okay.
I believe there are 1 or 2 different attacks I can do, like claws and stinger or something.
Yes.
It's
This is
been a
true.
while since I've played. I had a pet scorpion for a Strahd game. Okay.
Oh, good. So,
Yes.
In that case, the little friend who's about to run away, is that still within distance of either of these? Within 5 feet?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. We just had our first
Fantastic.
drama bar filled. Thanks, Totes Innocent Shadow Kobold. We really appreciate that.
Yay.
Oh,
You
yes.
splashed our cup, and we shall bring
Nice.
drama as soon as we figure out what the scorpion's doing. Yeah, I would
Oh,
say
boy.
he's right there next to the king, right? Or the demon lord. So you can attack either of them technically.
Okay. Seraphim's gonna be like, the lackey, go after the lackey. And so the scorpion is going to, let's see, +2, 1, 2, is gonna just take that stinger, just and try to shoot for the smaller bug, the
Smaller bug.
smaller of the bugs.
Okay, yeah, the like weird goblin. He has like little antennae or whatever that like cockroaches have.
the
It's
antenna
pretty gross.
goblin.
Yeah, the antenna goblin. Sure. What'd you get?
15, 18.
Oh, yes, that'll do. That definitely hits it. That definitely hits.
Let's see, so
I
that's
believe if you click the attack. Actually, I may be wrong about that.
I can just roll it.
Yeah, there
It's
you go.
1d10 + 2. Oh,
Oh yeah.
It's faster.
Does the
A 5.
sting paralyze him?
Let's see, the target must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, taking 22 4d10 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
He's gonna take all of that damage. This poor creature. He takes a very large stinger to the back. You hear him go like ah, as it kind of skewers him. He will
too
take
bad.
all of that damage because he rolled a 2 on that concentration check.
Mm. That's just too bad.
It's just
That was a big
so
stinger.
bad. That might be all the damage you need to knock this little guy out. He's not hardy by any means. How much damage you rolling?
Let's see,
Full amount?
taking 4d10.
Oh my god. It's like fall damage.
That's
Okay,
that's
11. Okay. You stab him in the back, and as the stinger kind of comes out, he falls face first. You can see he's like, and he's like crawling on the ground, but he's like bleeding out everywhere. He will probably not make it.
Aye, Your Majesty, your little man's not gonna make it.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. He kind of hisses over at your scorpion. These two giant creatures staring off at each other, along with all of you who are furry and kind of dog-like.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
This is such a ridiculous setup.
Me, I didn't say that. That was someone else.
I love that. Okay, that does bring us to next in the order, which makes it Lark's turn again. Lark, you now stand next to a giant scorpion that seems to be fighting on your side.
Okay, well, that seems like a seraphim thing. Okay, I have two options, and I don't know which one's better. One is smarter, one is fun.
Right. Fun, obviously.
Fun, okay. I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, tell us about Green Flame Blade.
Green Flame Blade, basically, if I brandish a weapon to make my first melee attack.
Okay.
On a hit, the target suffers the weapon attack's normal effects, and then you can cause green fire to leap from that target to a different creature of your choice. You can see within 5 feet. However, we are at level 12 now, which means that I add 2d8 to the initial strike and 2d8 to the strike against the other creature, plus my weapons damage, plus my Hexblade stuff, plus...
Beat him up.
Whatever.
I
Yeah.
use sniper,
Yeah,
because then you
step
could
up.
range that leap. You could double range that leap.
Yeah, the only green thing in this labyrinth is this blade as you manifest it forth.
Yeah, just sickly green flame whips across the rapier. And
Look how
let's
complimenting
make...
that is to the rest of the environment.
It's just the light we needed.
Yeah, ooh.
That attack will be 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
For sure. He's very upset now. Okay,
10 plus 4 for my proficiency bonus from the Hexblade curse, so 14. And now I need to figure, how do I roll just dice? Because it's not letting me just click on the spell.
Over on the left, there's the little special key. You can just hover over the die. It'll give you that die
cool.
chart.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Thank you. All right. And that is 2d8. So that's 13 damage plus
23.
14. So 27 damage for that strike. And then I think the same amount of damage will go onto the little guy if he's still, not completely dead.
Yeah, he goes up in a green flame. You hear him like as he turns into just a simmering pile of dusty ash.
I'm gonna
right
make a
in front
second
of you.
attack.
Okay, great.
Well,
Do
this
it.
doesn't have the cantrip damage though.
Okay, that will hit.
Cool. 12 plus 4, so 16 more damage.
Again, you hear him he begins to kind of skitter backwards. He's trying to get out of here, but it's kind of a tight space, right? Like this is a maze, it's labyrinth, and he kind of bumps into a wall as he watches his little friend burn alive. He is not looking great. He's kind of, the edges of his bug-like form are kind of embering, and his clothing is all but gone. Like the cloak he wore has dissipated and is burned up.
To add insult to injury, I still have a bonus action, correct?
You totally do.
So
Save some for the rest of us.
this won't cause damage, it's just insulting.
Wonderful.
So I brandish the blade, the green flame leaves it, and I point at him, and my eyes go completely black, and then his eyes start to swell with this blackness that overlaps the edges. And he's marked by my evil eye. The creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll or skill check involving sight unless it makes a successful charisma saving throw.
Okay, he's not. Well, maybe he's charismatic. He does make the charisma saving throw.
Damn.
Even though he's screaming, he manages to make it. And he kind of rolls around on the wall to put his cloak out. It is the Demon Lord's turn. He's very upset at all of you.
Sweet.
Very
Good.
upset.
Go on.
The real question is, how how mean do I want to be? I mean, I think I want to do this. He seems in a panic
Be
now.
mean. He's angry.
He is so
Do it.
angry.
Do it.
He's gonna summon a demon.
What? Not that.
No, don't do that! Don't do that!
Doing it wrong.
Honestly, fair.
A chasm demon
Fair.
to fight for you. Or to fight for him. So you see, he kind of reaches out. I may have to
Come on.
pull up. Yeah,
Lark
definitely
reapplies
drama.
the lipstick.
Yeah, this was that.
A
This
demon
was that
what?
moment. A demon.
What's that gonna do?
He kind of reaches out and he's kind of shaking, and a lot of his legs are kind of like limp or crispy from the fire. And he says,
Come forth and feed on their flesh.
Oh.
and the ground begins to quake and it
Original.
opens up. I need all of you to make a dexterity check as a chasm breaks open into the ground.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
The scorpion will also need to make a dexterity
Wait a
check.
second.
Nice, yeah. You need a
Get
13. Remember, you're taking advantage, I believe, on this. Nice, yeah.
Yeah, we get advantage on this, right?
Scorpion.
I'll take the 17.
Except for the scorpion. The scorpion is not in wolf form. Oh, so close.
Not even.
No.
So
No.
did
So
the
close to
scorpion?
all
Oh, yeah,
of
the
us.
scorpion made it. Okay.
Of course, the scorpion made it.
The scorpion
Has
does
lots of legs though, so
make it.
That's right.
Your foot slips as the ground from underneath you begins to like rumble away. Does anybody want to? I guess it is technically not the Demon Lord's turn. It would be Theoden's turn. Theoden, you did make your dex check. What would you like to do? You see that Lark is like beginning to fall. The ground is letting loose under her heels.
Okay, so now there's a demon has entered the battlefield.
It is.
Or
It's
showing
beginning to
up.
crawl up from. You can see like a big hand, like.
Okay. I think Theoden sort of like in panic reaches down, I think, into his pouch, and he picks out his ink bottle for his quill, and he dumps it all over his hands, and there's like ink dripping from his hands, and he flicks it into the air. And as he does, 5 dark bolts summon into existence, and then start to find their targets, which will be 3 targets are going to be, because it shoots 3, and then I could cast an additional bolt per level. So I'm going to cast this at level 5.
Okay.
And then 2 bolts are going to go to the Demon Lord Cockroach Mouth, and then the other 3 are going to go to Demon Face. So let me go ahead and
Okay.
Can
cast
I use an ability really quick? It's if I fail this ability check, I can use a sorcery point to re-roll.
Oh yeah, we'll just say that was on your roll. Yeah, go ahead and re-roll it.
Okay, let's try this one more time. It's still gonna fail. Wait, hold up.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it needs to succeed on a Constitution save. They all do, correct?
Yes. Wait a
There you
second. No, it's
Success. You definitely. It begins to crumble, and you manage to hop forward just in time to like step free of the crumbling ground. And right where you stood, a hand like begins to rise from the earth as Theoden shoots these kind of inky black bolts. Okay. Well, the Demon Lord's gonna have to make the first one. So con check, fail.
Wait. So it's 2 bolts.
So 2 bolts to the Demon Lord.
Yep. So that's 5. Or so it's 10.
10.
Cold energy.
Okay, so 10 of cold.
Wait, no, that's a lie. It is
14.
5 per. Yeah, but it's a higher level cast. I don't know how to read this here. So is it?
Sorry, I thought that would only show to me. Apologies.
Okay.
So you basically, I'm gonna have you roll outside of roll 20. You get to do 1d cold damage per bolt. So roll
Per
2d10 for him. We'll just do it individually.
Okay. That's
Well,
for him.
wow. Okay, that would be max damage. Almost max damage. Oof. He kind of, you see him like take it, and it almost pins him to the stone wall behind him.
Wait. And then another 3, and this one's going to the demon. 17 to the demon.
Oh, the demon! It doesn't even make it out. All you really see are its hands and arms. And how many did you toss at him? 3, you said?
3.
Yeah. His hand, one of his hands lets go, he like lets it free with these cold bolts in his hands. It's gonna have to make a dex save to hang on, or actually I'll make a strength check probably to hang on. Where did I put that? There we go. We're gonna use this character sheet because this seems about right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 strength check.
Combat music. Dun, 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 dun.
A 13 is probably not enough to keep him upright. Because it was a Constitution save, which it also needed to make. Actually, let me do that. It did succeed at the con save, but it did not succeed at its strength check to hold itself upright. And so it takes the bolts to the hand, and then you see one hand does not hang on, and that loose dirt, the one that Lark managed to just step aside from, lets go. It's not strong enough to hold his weight. And you watch as this barbed devil begins to fall back into the abyss from whence it crawled. Yeah, exactly. The demon lord goes,
Yeah.
he is barely standing. He's kind of hunched over at the gut, and he begins to try to make his escape. You can tell he's beginning to panic. This is not how he saw things going down. You made a deal.
12 is cool. Level 12 is cool.
Level 12 is awesome, and it does go back to Vannon.
Interesting. I am going. Oh, this is such a bad idea, but also we absolutely can't have him chasing after us. So I'm going to cast Shadow Step. So I sort of do the negative image thing. And step forward a step into a particular little puddle of shadow. And step out of another puddle of shadow 60 feet away and in front of wherever he is trying to run.
Okay. You managed to do that, no problem. He's not moving very fast. He's more like crawling himself away.
Yeah, sure. I will take the full 60 feet because I also want to stop him from getting away, but there's no need to be close to him.
No, that's true. Yeah, you definitely block off where he was headed. Yeah, the exit seems to be covered, or you seem to be kind of standing between him and what he was hoping was his exit.
Wherever he was headed. Yeah, exactly.
Do you say anything to him or do anything else?
What a good question. Is this I would have loved to do that, but I don't. So I think I don't actually. I let the negative sort of, because this I can do that now as a bonus action for a minute. So I let the negative just drain out of like my head and face, and just smile at him and say, "Try it."
He definitely hesitates for 1 second and does that like that dance you do in the grocery store aisle with somebody when you both are. It's yeah. He kind of does that a little bit. And he kind of roars out. Very frustrated. He's feeling a bit trapped, like a bug in a glass.
Seems fitting.
It is fitting. Seraphim, it is you and your scorpion's turn.
You know, I would hate to take this opportunity away from my giant scorpion.
I mean,
so let's see. You know what? I like what happened with the sting last time. So, let's. And I guess during all of that, how far in total has the king moved? His Majesty, his roachiness.
Not very far. He's not actually been able to get anywhere. Y'all kind of cornered him successfully, I might add.
Oh, good. So let's try this again. Seraphim's just gonna be like, poke him with your stinger.
Okay.
And so the scorpion's gonna do a little scuttle about, and then kind of just snap.
Yeah.
And go for him with the old stinger.
The old 1-2 stingaroo.
The stingaroo. Let's see what happens.
Okay, yeah. A 10 is not going to be enough to hit our dear demon lord.
No.
You can also take a turn if there's something you would like to do to attack. When you see that maybe he lashes out, but the demon lord kind of quickly dodges, kind of like the scuttering of a bug. Oh, kitty.
Scorpion, no! So yeah, let's see. Let's see what Seraphim could do. In that case, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and, since he's not really moving too much.
Yeah, he can't get anywhere. Vannon's blocking his path.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast poison spray.
Okay. Yeah.
Seraphim's just like, what?
Oh, he
and
makes it.
Bug spray.
So I think he still takes half, take half. 1d12. So your damage was 15.
Yes.
So he'll take half of that. So we'll give it to him at 8. So he takes another 8 points. He now is kind of blinded and unable to see. You can see that his what once was a very tall, composed figure seems to be disintegrating under the acid and the writhing flames and all of the damage y'all have wrought upon him. He begins to kind of do that thing that bugs do as you begin to kill them. It begins to kind of curl up around himself. Ah!
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Locke, do something.
It is Lark's turn.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry at all. I walk up slowly to this disgusting, putrid cockroach creature. And I start to glow with brilliant fire. My entire body becomes wreathed in flame until I'm literally living flame.
Green flame?
I know. Regular flame. And I cast, well, not regular, Hellfire Blitz.
Oh, okay. Oof.
Nice.
Damn.
Hellfire Blitz. So
Spectral form until the end of your turn. You may move it.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
You like fiery charge?
Yeah.
And I use a sorcery point to cast Quicken Spell, so it's a bonus action.
Nice. Yeah. It gets a dexterity save. I don't think he's going to succeed at this, but he does not. So you'll take all 29 points of damage. And as you make that dash or like dart motion across and fire wreathes behind you, it burns him alive. And you watch as his body finishes curling in on itself, and he and we see the end of the demon lord of roaches of the Shadow Realm, a pest that both the queen and her son have long sought. For he sought the hand of her daughter.
Lark still wreathed in flames, sort of like wipes them off her body.
Little scent of singed hair or fur in the air.
Yeah.
Gross.
And there's a moment as the fire kind of remains on Lark but dies down around the kind of crisp body of this disgusting bug-like creature.
I think Theoden takes out like a handkerchief and starts wiping down the ink from his fingers. Is that it? Is that everything? Is it dead? Is he dead?
Seraphim's gonna come over and just like with all 4 hooves just start stamping on the remains. Just
Is there anything left in the fire that he left behind?
That's a great question. Let's see if he carries anything on his body in particular.
Because you burned him.
It's true. You did burn him kind of alive. You find
Kind of
it's a
alive.
great question.
he burned up.
Okay, so that's not something you can wear. Yeah, the like rags he was wearing were kind of gone. He doesn't seem to have anything on
Burnout
him.
kills the
Yeah,
best of us, doesn't it?
he is all no. There's literally nothing. Nothing on him. He is.
Well, he was nothing and he left us nothing.
Precisely.
Oh.
Precisely. Now his goblin buddy. That might be a different story.
Oh, what does he have on
Did he
him?
make it?
Yes.
still-
I mean, he's also crispy around the edges, but he has more like fleshy bits as like part goblin, you know. So it's a little bit harder to fully turn him into a pile of ash. But what's left is not much. But in his pocket, or what's left of a pocket, is a metal key, potentially some kind of key to the realm of the demon lord himself.
Key to the kingdom.
Yeah, it's key to his
Ooh.
kingdom, possibly.
Let's hold on to that.
Let's do
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Yes, we should take this.
I think Seraphim should hold on to it. Does
You
anyone
take this
object?
key.
No,
Not in the least.
I don't want to do that.
There is one thing I would like to do. So this is not like rules as written, but so I have this spell called Shadowbrand,
Oh,
and we have the ashen remains of the demon lord.
mm-hmm.
I would like, with Vanon's help, to use my spell to basically brand every single creature that was birthed from this monstrosity as an enemy of the Shadow Fae and therefore worthy of extermination upon sight.
Okay. Is there any role to cast this?
I just have to, we're not like, if I do this, this is like a really overreach of the spell.
Okay,
But
so
basically,
then, okay.
if I touch a creature, I can mark it as an enemy of the Shadow Fae.
Okay, yeah, you reach down and you reach to mark the demon lord. I'm going to have you roll a percentile dice. And this will be the percentage of his, like, posse that gets branded.
Is there like
Let's see.
an icon or a sigil you can press and like that?
It's a
Oh.
sigil that's burned by my touch.
Yeah,
Right,
so,
but
yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was saying like anything that anybody or anything that wears that symbol
Oh.
could get marked.
Could, yeah.
So like
Oh,
the
I see
the
what you're
mark
saying.
is branded.
That could work.
All right, tell us how
What'd
our
I get?
percentile
What'd I get?
does.
What I get?
All right, about
What did
56%,
you
so
get?
just over half. And so, as all of you stand, not too deep actually in this maze yet, you watch as Lark brands what remains of the body of the demon lord of roaches. And out
Lark
into
goes
the-
full Galadriel.
Yeah.
Like photo negative, just
and it burns, it singes deep into kind of the crusty hull of this disgusting creature. And out in the night where it has been quiet and you've been met with the sounds of, bugs and the quiet of the moon and the whistling of the wind, you hear the sound of screams, voices, the demon cockroaches that live underneath and in the bowels of the courts cry out as 56% of them become branded with this mark that will forever make them an enemy of the courts. There is very little way for them to hide now. And eventually the ringing ceases and the cries of pain turn into whimpers, and those whimpers turn in once again to the wind in the night, and you stand inside of this hedge.
I love this song, don't you?
Quite eerie. But that was something, wasn't it? I think I killed a demon. I think. And I'm going to peer down the crevice.
yeah.
You killed a demon? Oh, you did kill a demon.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Is the crack still there?
Yeah, the crack is still left in the earth, but the demon itself has long since fallen back down from where it was summoned.
Damn.
Does anyone know how to?
Okay,
Everyone looks at Seraphim.
Yeah, everything.
Right? Yeah.
Evan, you know how to close it?
You could probably do a druidcraft.
Crack in the ground?
there's something I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Let's see. I wonder how.
Forewarning, I just have some wacky spells this season, and I'm
I cannot wait. I'm already.
Me neither.
Yeah, I feel like we're already seeing so many of them.
I have to fix my spells because apparently, like, when I made the character, it gave me access to things that weren't actually the right level. So I have Power Word of Pain.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know why.
there's a Midgard version of Power and Pain that is different than the higher level one, which is
So it
very
might be
cool.
why.
Yeah, but it gave me both. It was very
Oh.
weird. And it said they were both level like 5. So
Oh.
it was very strange. Some sort of glitch.
Very cool, nonetheless.
Okay, I don't know if this actually works for this.
No stress, Seraphim. I mean, I'm just worried that, it may crawl up and get us from behind, and if it does, then we'll be dead, but no pressure.
Well, the big problem with this rift in the ground is that it actually stands between you and the exit you need to take.
Okay, never
Bannon
mind.
is actually on the other side because he blocked the exit. The rest of you stand on the far side. So fixing it is an option, or attempting to make some kind of athletics check to jump it.
I
You
could
use a
make you all
spell.
float again.
Actually, that's fine too. Or,
But I think Seraphim has something.
If Seraphim's got something, by all means.
Think you got anything? There's
I have an idea. You run, you jump, and then I cast sleep when you're in the air. Therefore, the land won't be so bad.
It's like, I'll just make a
you
break.
won't even feel it.
It's fine.
Oh.
This I had chosen this because I thought it might be something useful, but it may not actually be useful.
Okay.
What is it?
Those are my favorite spells.
Yeah,
That's how I
tell
play my
it could be.
character.
It could be.
I'll just
You play like me.
I'll ask our beloved GM, who I'm
What have you
assuming
got?
Will tell me if it's actually useful or not.
Okay.
Because I assumed that I wouldn't be able to choose a spell that would hurt me. Because
Okay.
I assumed that something like this would cause, much like, creating giant bug, that it would be something that would be a friend to me.
Okay.
So I assumed that if I chose the spell Raise Nemesis, if I raised a nemesis, it would be raising a nemesis who is a friend to me. But I
What
don't-
does the spell say?
on reading this more closely.
Maybe
It's the
let's
last
not
one
do
I
it.
chose, so it's
Always.
the one I read the least closely.
So, what is
So
it?
I don't know.
Summon,
Who actually
summon,
eat ya.
summon
I'm so
nemesis.
curious.
Seraphim,
my
Seraphim,
question
it's
is-
all right.
Yeah, yes. Brings the demon lord back to life.
Right. I can make a bridge. It's
I
all
can
right.
do that only once more.
Well, so I initially, when I first read it, because it's the last one I chose, I was like, oh, Raise Nemesis, who'll be my friend. Cool, I love that idea. But now that I'm reading it, it says it's identical to Raise Dead, except it simultaneously raises two creatures with opposite alignments. For example, if you raise a lawful good paladin, then somewhere nearby, a chaotic evil warrior also
sick.
returns.
Wow.
That's a
second
very cool
corpse-
spell.
Yeah.
I
I
like
don't know
that.
why you would want
Just doesn't
this.
do what you think
For
it does,
drama.
but it's very cool.
Yeah,
it says-
Yeah, for it to have
for
drama.
DMs.
Although it says
Right.
the second corpse must be within 100 miles. The two raised creatures have a vague sense of directions and distance to the nemesis, but they aren't compelled to battle one another or even
I
seek
love
each other
that.
out. They just
That
happen
is
to
so
know
cool.
this happened.
I love this. I gotta
okay.
be real. This is a great spell.
So the spell, okay, it is a great spell. How do you plan to use it to fix the crevice?
Well, oh, wait.
I love it.
Was that what we're doing? I lost it.
I lost complete track of everything.
Well, it says evil NPCs brought back with Raised Nemesis typically see it as an opportunity to create every sort of trouble imaginable. So maybe that's not the best idea.
Maybe not.
But I do love this spell. I hope you use it for something.
I can
Tremendous.
tell distraction, but I don't think we need it.
If the spell is cast on a creature of true neutral alignments, only that creature is restored to life.
Oh.
So the question is this: if the demon is bound to whomever raised it, and in that case, it was
Okay.
raised by the bug man who caused it to be after us, if I raised it and said, hello, friend, you belong to me now to do my evil neutral bidding, good bidding,
Okay.
lawful bidding for now. Would that not be the same as me just, summoning it
So-
to my...
So let me sum up. So my understanding is you want to summon the same demon that the demon lord summoned, but because it was already your nemesis, it's going to come back as a helping because you're summoning it. It works for you. But because of this spell, it's also going to summon an identical opposite two creatures with opposite alignment. So it's
so
gonna
lawful good something somewhere.
somewhere else. It's no longer, I guess, a barbed demon. It's like a floof celestial or something.
Yeah,
it's
Just
a
seek each
floof.
other out. They just happen to know that.
Oh,
each other
there will
exists.
be seeking. Oh,
That's
there
fine.
will be.
That's fine.
There
That's
will
fine.
be.
That's a problem for later me.
Oh, and it causes
Come on,
problems
snake
for all of
hate
you.
each
Oh, and we've got a drama barb. This is perfect.
This
Okay,
is great.
It's
so
gone from you're not doing this to we're doing this.
we're doing this.
Make us a bridge.
Happy Bob
Seraphim.
and an
Oh,
evil
lovely
clump.
dose of chaos.
As Theoden looks over the edge, hoping that this demon fell into the abyss from whence it crawled, you instead choose to summon it back.
Maybe as Theoden is standing there, Seraphim's kind of leaning over the edge, like kind of doing something that Theoden doesn't know what she's doing.
And I hate this.
Maybe she had a minor when she was in college, major druidness, minor in necromancy. You don't know. Nobody asked.
Part of the backstory nobody's asked her about.
Nobody asked? So you reach down in this chasm and cast a spell. Theoden, you witness it, and yeah, a little hush hush. But what you can't miss is the sound of large hands clawing away at rock.
And I don't know that you cast this.
Aiden, are you sure you killed this thing?
And then I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna then spill.
Theoden, don't! No! No, you're gonna hurt!
What? And he pours ink on his fingers again, and it starts dripping. And he's like, "What? It's coming back!"
Theoden, now you're going to hurt. I mean, just let's see what it wants.
This barbed devil crawls out on all fours from the crevice and bows at Seraphim's feet or hooves. Bows at Seraphim's hooves. And yeah,
it's worth seeing what it wants for reasons that.
Why is it bowing to you?
There's lots of people bow to me all the time.
No, they don't.
Yeah, all the time. This is it. They did that all the time. Yeah.
I don't think barbed demons speak. If they do, it's in infernal, so it sounds like. But Seraphim, you understand. You did summon this creature. Maybe you don't actually know infernal, but something about bringing this creature back has bound you to it.
It's and she's just gonna kind of reach over behind her and just like pat it on the head, just like.
Seraphim, I'm suddenly very interested in how you learned this. Is this something that you've studied? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I tried.
Bridge, you hear the creature say, and it stands up and like goes like it's gonna belly flop into a pool and goes all the way across to the other side of the chasm and drops its hands and creates a body bridge for you.
I missed a step over.
And see, now we have a way across. This is problem solved, is it not?
Careful, watch your feet. It is a barbed devil, everyone. So.
Nope, just Misty stepping right over the couch.
Right across the scorpion scutters across the back of this barbed devil.
I imagine also the Fey Hound and then Seraphim.
Yeah, everything kind of like walks across it. It's kind of a strange thing, and you hear in Infernal, Seraphim, it says, "Must stay here. Will remain bridge until you return."
And Seraphim's gonna lean down. Thank you.
And it does, in fact, stay there for
Ever.
It's now a bridge. Yeah, it's basically a demon bridge.
Just bring it with us. Like, out of game, bring it with us, damn it.
Bye now. Have fun being a bridge.
Be there soon. You can tell it's got to figure out how to get out of this predicament of being a bridge. It's trying to cross, but it can't. It's like on its tiptoes. It's
lifting a leg, trying to.
No.
Now
levitate on it.
Oh no.
Somewhere off, though, on the other side of the courts, this spell has a chain reaction. It summons not only, in this case, a demon, but because the antithesis of that is a celestial. And we actually hear the voice of Queen and Knight in Magic as the camera picks up on her dark cloak embroidered with gold stars and moons, and she stands outside a bedroom up in a tall tower. that of her daughters. And you can hear the whimpering and crying from the other side of the door. And the Queen of Night and Magic says to her,
You have been disavowed from these courts. No one attempts to kill my courtesans. I've locked you in here before, and I shall do it again. When all is said and done, I have plans for you. Your new husband will be the Demon Lord of Roaches.
There's a long pause as she listens to her daughter kind of crying on the other side, and she's kind of like, I love him! I love him! She says back to her,
No, he will be mine. You will never have what you want.
Then there's a little bit of a gasp from her if you see her turn as if something were to sneak up on her but doesn't. And she looks around in a very particular way and she says, No, there are no celestials in the Shadow Realm. And she kind of slings her glorious cape and bustles away as if there's business to attend to. And only a few seconds pass until the sound of her heels click down a spiral staircase, and a figure appears, kind of twinkles with light and magic, and rains down. And we see this small, quaint figure letting off vibrant, radiant light, which is different than the void light that is manifest from Shadowfae magic. It giggles a little bit. It taps on the door. I hear your sadness. Don't fret. I'm here to help you. And she picks the lock, and we hear it click. The sobbing on the other side kind of stops for a second as the door eeks open. And the Celestial says, I've got more things I must do. Bye now.
What?
And she disappears. The camera cuts back to the four of you. You can still see right behind you the opening. The barbed devil is just getting to the other side of the chasm as you kind of move forward. Does anybody want to take a second to do anything? This seems like a pretty dense, dark place. There's a lot of turns and crevices if anybody wanted to make perceptions or some kind of investigation checks.
Or maybe a short rest.
Oh, did you use things?
I used a lot of things, okay?
Oh, you're going to be very happy with this then.
I don't like the sound of that.
This maze rolls in with mist all around you the deeper you get into it. There is a constant set of disturbances here. Short rests are nigh impossible.
Ooh.
And long rests require special situations and setups, because...
Good thing I'm not just a warlock.
Goodbye, still slots. Yeah, I mean, as we're moving, because are we still on a single path part of the labyrinth? Like we have not yet reached it.
No, you kind of like,
Choice.
no, you're not quite there yet. Like I said, I was going to give y'all a chance if you wanted to look around, if you wanted to try to figure out more about this place. You can also roll an Arcana check if you want to better understand like what you're standing in. There's a few options here. History, especially for you Shadowfae folk, you might be able to get some interesting information.
What odd choices of skills I chose for this character.
Same here. I have a 0 in Arcana.
Yeah. So
you rolled a 13. Okay, I would say, knowing that you want a short rest, as you kind of maybe even take a moment to catch your breath, there's something about this place that is constantly at unrest. There's critters that crawl in and out, oh my god, of corners. It doesn't ever seem to stop moving. You can hear the growling and strange cries in the air. This doesn't seem like a very safe place. At all. Vannon and Fox, you just know it's not a safe place. Oh.
Apparently we are vaguely familiar with the concept of magic.
Okay. Theoden, this mist gets thicker and thicker as it rolls in around your feet. Like you can visibly see it, as if it's trying to hide something or it's trying to make the path more difficult. But with a 19 perception, you kind of brush it away. You're looking around. You watch the scorpion as it kind of scutters through it. And your toes catch something. It kind of, I wouldn't say it trips you, but you knock your boot upon it. And you can feel that the earth here has been disheveled. Even under the mist, you can feel that there is, it's not quite flat. It's been disturbed.
I think Theoden just sort of stops and then starts kicking around some of the loose dirt, not really saying anything.
It does seem like somebody else has been digging here. Or did dig at one point, potentially covered something back up.
Up, everyone, hold on. It looks like we are not the first people here in a while, and if we were, someone dug here before us. 'Cause this is all loose down here. What is this? And I'm gonna go.
I thought I told you not to talk about what's in your pants.
Talking about the dirt at our feet, silly. And
I'm not the one with the love square, so keep it there.
We do have the hound. When you say this, Theoden, the hound kind of comes over and sniffs the ground around your feet, and it goes, looks to Seraphim.
How many companions do we have right now?
So many. You have so many.
Dog thing, a demon bridge.
I would say at this point, your dog-like features begin to they're beginning to fade away, right? You're less hairy. Your senses are coming back to some semblance of normalcy. But Seraphim, this hound that you have summoned, goes, yep, something in the ground.
What's it doing? What's it doing? Dog, stop it. Off my...
Apparently there's something there. Should we dig?
Digging.
Oh,
there it goes. I guess.
all right.
Anybody want to help the hound?
Not really.
My hands.
Seraphim will kind of with her front hooves kind of just
Pound for that.
kind of kick away at the dirt.
Does anybody have proper tools for digging?
It's fine.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Sound like a warlock.
All right.
Right.
All right. We get that Eldritch Blast. It doesn't cost you anything. It's easy. The dog is kind of digging as the dirt explodes outwards, covering this dog. Its tail is still kind of wagging and very excited about all of this. And as it clears away, you do find a couple things. First off, there was a chest here. It is exploded open now, and it lies empty. But because it has been disturbed so much with the explosion from the Eldritch Blast, you see that there's actually a crevice behind it, that it was hiding a deeper hole in the ground, or space, cavern.
What's this? Seraphim's gonna go down. How big of a cavern crevice?
I'm gonna say this probably built like a 5 foot by 5 foot hole. It just it exploded out the area.
So the chest was a distraction.
Seraphim's gonna go down into it as much as she can get down there into it. I'm looking to see what's down here.
I'm just gonna let her do this.
She's just poking around. Probably back half is just kind of up in the air.
Seraphim, as you come down here, you can feel the air change a little bit. It's kind of cooler and less haunting in certain ways. You can roll to see if you understand what's going on. Arcana would be fine, and insight might work. But as you kind of get down there, you can feel that the space is a little different.
That actually feels very nice down here.
Rather soothing.
Right, it's really quite delightful.
It's not like out there at all. It's very nice down here. Very nice. Relaxing spa.
A 13. It seems that there is definitely some kind of spell over this space, but it's not a harmful spell. It's like a protection spell of some kind, or a space for... but as your little head pokes in the hole, and you can almost get rid of the rest of the dirt that's kind of being hidden. There is a small cavern in here. It's not very big, about 10 by 10. It has been dug out by some underground creature. But the spell that has been cast was definitely done by somebody with great ability. And away in the corner, it's been knocked back and kind of covered with some of the soot and dirt that has resettled after the Eldritch Blast, are 2 potions in glass bottles, and a staff of some kind.
Seraphim's
Love
just gonna
a
like
staff.
scoop all the way into the 10 by 10 area. Just floop.
Yeah,
right in there.
you watch as Seraphim like bloop, disappears in.
Do we feel like we could rest here?
Do we
No,
feel like we
you
should worry
do.
about Seraphim
Ooh.
here?
I think we should go in.
You just hear the voice, Seraphim's voice coming back out. It feels very relaxing and calm in here. There's a couple potions. There's my new staff.
Honestly, genuinely, Vanon's like, this is absurd. Staff, you say? And
Yeah, blink.
Yeah.
As all of you make your way down, you kind of, tumble down this
How
this
many people do you have working under your
dirt
employment?
chasm. You all feel it too. The air shifts, the whispers on the wind, the kind of darkness, the heavy setness of the shadow realm that makes it so difficult to survive here. Almost dissipates as if there is a shelter, a protective space over this little hole. And you all can take a rest here. A long rest, in fact, if you would like, or a short rest, either one. But this space gives it to you. And anybody that wants to try to identify what these items are can roll me an Arcana check. One of
If
them's
we're-
not very hard, the other might be.
If we're resting,
Can I get someone to help
anyway-
action on that?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if
sure.
we're resting anyway, I can also
Try.
cast Identify.
Oh, yeah.
That's no
You're
problem.
all going to get a rest, so.
Yeah, so that's fine. I can, because there are. When do I get these back? Sorry. Can't remember to complete a short or longer. Oh, even better. And it won't even take me all that. Like, I'll expend my ritual focuses so that I cast them as rituals without waiting
Okay.
10 minutes.
So let's talk about this staff. Okay, so first thing, the potions aren't too terribly difficult. You quickly identify them as 2 potions of superior healing.
Ooh, pretty.
So somebody may have hidden these here, left them behind for another date. You're not entirely sure.
Well,
The staff, on the other hand, also gives off healing magic. It is a staff of healing. It has these. It is wooden and it is carved with great delicacy. These kind of strange figurines stacked on top of one another, much like a totem in certain ways. Some of them hold themselves. Some of them are screaming. But all of them seem to be. As it goes from the bottom to the top, he becomes less distraught. The figurine does. Of course, being at the top, he seems calm and in control of himself. So yeah, Staff of Healing. Basically, this is it does require attunement from a bard or a cleric or a druid. So all of you, it will
We got
require
all of
some
those.
attunement. Right? It has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells. Using your spell save DC and spellcasting ability. So Cure Wounds.
right.
Lesser Restoration, or Mass Cure Wounds. And it kind of gives a little breakdown there. So I will get this item. I believe I can put this in everybody's perfect. It's in everybody's journal now. And I will add it to, yeah, I believe y'all should be able to see it now. So it is available. Whoever keeps it, it should now be in your updated items, I believe. Yes, they're at the top above our giant scorpion.
Yes.
You hear the footsteps of the giant, the barbed demon, as it decides it's too large for the hole, and it stays up top to wait the kind of time out as you all rest and heal back up for the day. How you choose to kind of take those, let me do a greater restoration too. Add those and who takes what is up to all of you. But you do, in fact, have a moment. It is getting darker, I guess you could say, in the night. The bugs are coming out, and as what little light is available begins to go and disappear, the tower in the center of this maze glows brighter, and it lets off just a little more light as all of you rest inside of the only safe space inside of this labyrinth until you actually reach the tower.
Now we know.
Now we
Yeah.
know.
Uh-huh.
Now we
Information
know.
Oh,
And
Yeah, all right.
we will close out today's game as all of you rest after a very unexpected combat with the Demon Lord.
That was fully expected by
Fully
me. Just saying.
expected.
Eventually. I didn't know what happened today, but
You knew it was coming.
You
Scare you. Oh no.
it cuts back to the sound of tinkling that mischievous little tinkle
sorry,
of
that's
something
me.
celestial. Yeah, at a different door, a small hand clicks and opens it, and you see on a chaise the beautiful woman that is the Scarlet Courtesan. She lays there bound around her waist, not this time with a corset, but with bandages, for she just recently took a deep stab wound to the gut. And as a celestial, it comes up to her and whispers into her ear, "Do not fear, little one. I shall make you better." And she reaches her hand on this wound, and you watch as the blood kind of dissipates away and she begins to heal. And the courtesan seems to rest easier. The brow furrowing, the pain goes away, and she sleeps much more soundly. And we will end with this strange celestial whispering in her ear, "It is time for you to wake. The daughter has escaped. You must find her. Wake." The creature poofs into like glittery dust, and as it does, it wakes the courtesan in a startle. She gasps as she comes to, and she looks around, she checks herself, and then she reaches over for a glass of wine. She chugs it and sets it down, and next to it is a dagger, a matching one to the Queen's court dagger that was given to our crew at the beginning. She stands with new purpose. She throws on her cloak, and she goes for the hunt. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our session today. We will be back next week. But here we are at the end. I want to make sure we give ourselves some time
That's
for
the anti-daughter
outros.
dagger.
Oh yes, that we'll give that one to our drama bar. Super big thank you to our mischievous kobold out there for making that one, and for Seraphim for being like
Hell yeah.
drama. Here, have a opposing forces in the same place.
Really cool spell.
Yeah. Well,
love
we're gonna
that
go
spell.
around backwards this time. Let you introduce yourself. That means we're gonna start with Sephi.
Hello, I am Persephone, aka Larkon here, or Persephorath Online. I am a TTRPG content creator, the DM of Fast Times at D&D High. I'm Sam Nightingale on Dimension 20's newest season, The 7. And you can follow me on Twitch, where I do a lot of video game streaming and other things, and on Twitter at Persephorath. And also TikTok and Instagram, it's all at Persephorath.
Nice. There's a link there in chat you can go check out. That makes it Myth. You're up.
Hey everybody, this was an awesome session. I'm so excited to be back in the Shadowfell with all of you and playing Theoden again. I've got some wacky spells. I'm very excited to use them. A lot of them, I think, if not all of them, are Kobold press spells, which are super cool. Yeah. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go in glamour, but I'm gonna be doing only sweet, badass Kobold press spells. So really awesome stuff. I can't wait to show you all of them. We got to see Darkbolt today, which was cool and exciting.
Yeah.
As for me, my name's Mythematic. I'm a partnered streamer here on Twitch. You can follow me over on twitch.tv/Mythematic, or you can follow me over on Table Story on Wednesdays at 4 p.m., where I am I'm running, and the creator of Spellwind, which is a new homebrew system that I'm running and setting that I'm running. So you could check that out, patreon.com/Spellwind. And it's super awesome. And thanks everybody. Follow me on Twitter and all the wonderful things. I can't wait to play again next week.
We will be back next week. Yeah, definitely y'all check that show out. It's so good. It's so good. That makes it Fox's turn.
Hello, I am still Rocket Fox, and this has been such a delight. I'm so glad to be back. Feel like I used a lot of my crazy spells this time, but I've got a few crazy ones still left in there. So excited to bust those out. You can find me all over the place. Rocket Fox is me anywhere you look and you see it. It's likely gonna be me, but mostly on Instagram, Twitter, the places, also on my own Twitch channel, where lately I've been playing a lot of Biomutant, which has been a great delight. It's anthropomorphic animals in a post-apocalyptic world, and I just got a giant mechanical hand that I ride around on that does a finger gun. So
I mean,
it really, it really
goals.
has everything I possibly
And now I
want.
remember what game this is.
But yeah, I also have a podcast called Fantastically Strange that if you like weird stuff, it is for your ear holes. So check it out on all of your favorite podcast places. The last episode was where I interviewed a person who is a mortician. And yeah, that's kind of been the
That's
name of the
awesome.
game lately. Lots of wild stuff going on. So check me out, give me a follow, and come hang out with me somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. And last but certainly not least, Eugenio, where can we find
Hi,
you?
everybody. Oh, here and there. No, you can. I'm not from Minnesota. You can find me on the Twitters and here on Twitch at DM Jazzy Hands. What am I doing? I am running through the Mass Effect series on my channel on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I would love for you all to come hang out. I will say it's kind of a terrible time to just hop in because we're like halfway through the last game of the
It's
series.
always fun. Just go.
but if you don't give a shit, like, come hang out. That's fun. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays. Wednesday, in 2 days, is the finale of season 3 of Into the Motherlands, which has been a great joy to be a part of. So come hang out at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Cypher of Tyr on Wednesday night for the finale of Motherlands, and then just stay up late and immediately go watch that episode of The Seven afterwards, because we're at the same time. And Sundays, I am a co-DM of Rivals of Waterdeep. Super exciting. We just started season 11. What season is it? And Urban Bohemian, Brian Gray, and I are co-DMing this season.
Very cool.
2 episodes in and having a greit time there. Other than that, I have a D&D podcast that drops on Wednesdays. It's called The Last Refuge. I will return to editing episode 206 as soon as we go off air here.
Nice.
And so you can go check that out as well. We're on Twitter at DND Last Refuge.
Very, very nice. Now, if all of you in chat would like to find out more about Courts of the Shadow Fae, well, hot damn, you're in luck. First off, you can get your hands on Courts now, but Kobold Press has announced our next Kickstarter, which begin next Monday, and it is a setting book for the entirety of the Shadow Realm, not just the Courts. It's called The Book of Ebb and Tides. It is going to be amazing. It's going to have, like, oh my gosh, subclasses and like all kinds of new feats, new magic spells, and it's full of all the information that Courts, like this kind of tight-knit campaign around the Courts doesn't cover. And I'm excited to announce that we'll actually be diving into some of Ebb and Tides before this campaign is over, because I'll actually get my hands on some of it. So you're going to get to see some of that in action. As this crew closes out this campaign, we'll kind of roll into some new content that has not been seen and cannot be found anywhere else, which is going to be super duper cool. I'm very excited. I'm so excited.
And am I right? Theoden is in that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Actually, I have collected
Perfect.
all of your character sheets and made them available for them to use on VTT. So technically, yeah. Yeah, your characters are actually going to be available.
And I was just kidding.
No, I'm for real.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah, your character sheets will be available. Usually we just make them as like sample playtest sheets that other people can grab that are entirely inspired. And y'all's were really great. And they were like, can we use those? And I was like, I guess I don't see why not unless one of the players has a problem with it. So
I have a problem with it.
Don't.
I do, though. I'm scandalized.
Speaking of scandal, this show tonight was amazing. I'm scandalized. This is only the first one of this season, and we've got 8 more to go.
Right.
We'll be back. Same Kobold time, same Kobold channel next week. I'm Dot. I'm the resident Twitch producer here for Kobold Press. There are a few more places you can catch us right now. We are going to be finishing up this upcoming Sunday with Into the Southlands. Noir has led us down a crazy desert-driven rabbit hole, and we're in a bit of a mess. And then, of course, you can come check us out every Wednesday for Kobold Chats, where we bring in writers, designers, incredible people in the industry to come talk about their involvement with the products that we make and we publish. And we've got a special event at the end of this month. Our biggest Kickstarter to date, the Vault of Magic, will be dropping to all Kickstarter backers before October is over. Which is very, very exciting. And we're going to be having a Vault of Magic event where Adam Bradford is going to be running a one-shot based on the magic item. The turn back time clock. I can't remember what it's called, but that's pretty close. It's pretty close. I'm sure of it. And he'll be running a one-shot with a bunch of other awesome people. I can tell you Celeste Conowitch will be at that table. Daniel Kwan's going to be at that table. So, and I believe right now I have a TBD from Dave Walters. So, from B Dave. So I think he'll be there with us. Fingers crossed. So we've got that event coming up. That's October 30th. It'll be here on a Saturday afternoon.
Well, before he can't say no. So.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, please don't say no. Begged. And then of course you'll catch us here every Monday for the next few weeks. Same Kobold time, same Kobold channel. We really appreciate it, everyone. And if you would like to get caught up, go check out our YouTube. We'll see you all next week. You know, I would say, I think this week Seraphim gets the gold. Don't do anything Seraphim wouldn't do.
Like, you know, raise
a demon and create a celestial in the Shadow Arm. Okay, bye.